And by the way, 3/4 of that comes from sales of Doritos. Yeah. What can I say? I wasn't really quite prepared. My cord, I got my computer plugged in and my cord got hung up. I need to turn this off. Yeah, a little disorganized today. I didn't get my videos done earlier, and that really upsets me. But I was doing other things that I needed to get done, so it'll happen. It's just today is today. Part of what's making today such a today type thing is today is day one of me being a non-smoker. Yes, I'm phrasing it that way. I do not smoke anymore. I am not quitting. I just don't do that anymore. A lot of things work pretty well when it comes to how you phrase them. How you phrase something can really help. And phrasing things in the positive instead of the negative can be a big help, and that's what I'm trying to do with that. I'll be honest. I have not been nicotine free since I smoked my last cigarette quite a bit earlier tonight. So it's not even the full first day. I will be honest, I am not nicotine free. I have my vape and I'm using it. And I'm going through mental withdrawal. People get psychologically addicted to things just like they get physically addicted to them. And I have found that with most things, the psychological addiction for me is much worse than the physical ever has been. That's one of the reasons why I was able to, during most of the time when I was getting high and stuff, I was able to, just be a garbage can addict because it was the emotional and psychological addiction, not addiction to just one thing until the end. And then throughout that, I was addicted to alcohol, but I didn't realize it. But that's another story. Another thing that's different is that I've started doing. I mixed it in with my vape juice, CBD. If you don't know what that is, it's 100% legal. It's just part of the marijuana plant. It's the part that doesn't get you high. It helps with pain relief and inflammation. And that's why I'm trying it. Because I don't want the high. I would rather be in pain than have a high, plain and simple. And so I'm trying this because I don't like the pain medications that I'm on. And if this can work and make it so I can take less, then I'll be infinitely happy. Because I hate the medications that I have to take. So let's try something natural, even though it's not in its natural state, because I don't want to do it in its natural state. Because then it has the THC, and I don't want any THC. Okay. So that's a rundown of what's been going on with me today. Um, Doctor's appointments earlier. Um, I became a non-smoker, and I'm doing my vape. And it also has, along with the nicotine, it has a pain reliever in it. And hopefully, the pain reliever will do some good and make it so I don't have to take as many meds. And that's all that's really going on. Um, this is actually a really big step for me because for the first time, you see, I've been trying to quit over the years so many times. It isn't even funny. I keep trying to quit and keep trying to quit, and then it just doesn't work. It's like in the past few months, I can't even count how many times I've quit. It's basically been once every 2 or 3 days, and it didn't do any good. Um, the thing is, I didn't really want to quit. I didn't want to stop. Um, you can logically know you need to not do something and still want to do it. You can logically know that you don't want to do something, have no belief in yourself that you can do it. I don't know why. But earlier, I just got this feeling. Um, it's hard to explain. It's almost like a spiritual experience, which I've had quite a few of those. Um, One of those experiences where the light bulb just lights up, and I just had an overwhelming feeling that I don't smoke anymore. Um, and that because I don't smoke anymore, I don't have to believe that I can do it because I'm not quitting. I just don't do it anymore. So that's where I'm at. Um, Somebody made a suggestion of what to talk about um, on the comments of yesterday's video. So I'm going to talk about that. It had to do with relationships, and well, the beginnings of a relationship. Had to do with should the guy ask a woman out, or should the woman ask the guy out? What's best to do? And I'll put it this way: if you're attracted to somebody, you want to be around that person. Um, Ask them out. Ask them if they want to do something with you. I just, ask them to spend time with you doing something. It doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is feeling and caring and being with somebody you care about, or somebody you think that you have the potential to care about. That's what's important. I look back on my history, and most of the people that I have been in a romantic relationship with, most of them, not all, there are a few that does this, but most of them, I have been the one who asked them out. Um, I'm a, and at some points, I can be a very decisive person. And if I have an attraction to somebody, I'm going to try and do something to, ask them out. Now, do I like do a really formal thing? No. Uh, you know, things can be casual. Nothing when it comes to like dating, when it comes to initial dating and stuff, things can be casual. It's like invite somebody to over to watch a movie or watch TV. Um, invite somebody over to dinner and like in a movie and like order a pizza. Um, it doesn't have to be a big deal. Um, actually, I think it's better if it's not a big deal because then things can happen naturally. And then you have the big date later. Um, but at first, it shouldn't be a big deal. Um, when it comes to guys, just to let you know this, if you haven't figured it out yet, well, there are some women who will ask guys to do things because they want them to do things and um, around their house, like hang pictures and things like that because they're using them. But most women aren't like that. Um, most women will ask the guy that they're interested in, the guy they feel most comfortable with, to do those things. So if a woman asks you if you'll help her um, move her coffee table or something, or help her hang curtains or something stupid like that, um, if you're interested in her, do it because that's what she's doing. She's trying to get you in a natural space with her. That's kind of an asking out without asking out. Um, and if you don't act on it in at that time, you'll become just her friend. Um, unless the attraction is real strong. But yeah, because that will tell her that you aren't interested. Yeah, it that's the way it is. Also, if a woman asks you to do something with her that no man would ever want to do in a million years, she's testing to see if you like her. Yeah, it's true. I've done it. Um, my first husband almost he didn't do it. He came so close that I knew that he was interested. He almost went shopping for shoes with me and watching me curl my hair. Yeah. Mm, yeah, that's really what a guy wants to do. But he almost did it. He almost did those things. Actually, no, the shoes weren't in it. That was somebody else. The curling the hair. Yeah, I invited him home with me, and I was just going to be getting ready for something. And he was going to have to like watch me curl my hair and put on my makeup. Yeah, not a guy. Makeovers are not a guy thing usually. Um, Well, there are some guys that it is, but well, there was somebody here for a second, but they went away. It kind of annoys me. Doing these on Facebook, I had tons of people watching them, tons of people. And moving it to YouTube, making it at the same time every day. And there's like nobody. And it's like, what? People can't leave Facebook for like 2 seconds? It's ridiculous. If they wanted to see it there, they should want to see it here. It's just a link. Uh, I guess not. Well, okay, back to the subject of yeah, who cares if you're a guy or a woman or whatever? If you want to start, ask somebody out, ask them out. Um, just ask them out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And you move on. And if you don't want to move on, you try to make them your friend. Because, you know, everybody needs friends, don't they? Uh, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's the old fashioned thing that a guy asks a woman out to probably dinner and a movie, and it's all formal and giving her a kiss at the door or, well, more. Um, that's the traditional thing. But what about life is traditional anymore? Um, yeah, you should go out to the movies and dinner and stuff like that, but there's nothing that says it has to be the first date. First date can be just about anything. Um, and it can be doing stupid stuff. Um, I like going to see waterfalls. That's a great date. Nowadays, I have trouble doing it. Hopefully, it's going to be getting a little better. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm kind of limited to what waterfalls I could actually get to. I but yeah, for those of you who might wander upon this and find it and not know, I have severe arthritis in my back, hips, and knees, and a permanently broken ankle. Um, so that's why I talked about pain in the beginning of the video, because that's what my situation is. Um, I can barely walk more than a few yards without being in excruciating pain. Um, I got myself one of those scooters so I could like do things because I miss doing the things that I love doing, like going to the farmer's market and going to all the fun things. And I missed it. And so I got one of those so I can do those things. But yeah, that's my situation. But that doesn't mean I have to be a crabby person to everybody who I meet. It doesn't mean that I have to look at life in a negative way, because life isn't negative. Life is beautiful. Um, Every day something beautiful happens, even on the worst possible day. Um, One thing that I've always been good about saying is even in your darkest night, darkest day, there's always something funny because there is. There's always something. Um, just like there's always something positive. Um, a lot of the negatives that we see day to day, it's all in how we look at them. Spin is important. It's like you see political people, spinning things really hard left or really hard right, and making it so the same facts mean two totally opposite things. You can do that with life, and that's what I do. I look for the positive. I'm tired right now. That's a positive because I'm usually wide awake at this time because of insomnia and not being able to sleep at night. And I'm tired. The last few days, I've been actually waking up about 6:30 in the morning, which makes me so happy because that's when I want to get up. Um, and it's awesome. The fact that I'm tired right now is super awesome. Um, um, yeah, I've been talking for a while. Well, I promise I will get the videos done that I was supposed to do. I didn't get them done today. Today was a mess. Um, Tomorrow won't be. Love you all. I really do, actually, for the most part. Um, well, of course, you say, well, most of us are total strangers. There are different kinds of love. I do have a love for mankind because individually, most of us are pretty great people and pretty wonderful people that I'd love to meet. Um, in groups, sometimes we're not so nice. But individually, we generally are. It's the group think that messes us up. Um, when it comes to my friends, whether you're a distant friend or a close friend, I do love you. And that's something that makes me eternally happy and grateful because I didn't give a darn about anybody when I was younger for a long time. Um, there were a few people, not very many, that scratched the surface and got in, but most didn't. That my walls were way too big and way too deep, but they aren't there anymore. That's not to say I don't have boundaries. The trick is to have healthy boundaries. Um, and yeah, yeah, I love y'all. Um, I hope you're enjoying the videos. Um, and I hope y'all, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. There are videos coming. It'll be decent, not like the crappy one that's there right now. There are videos coming.